Uganda is now a military and police state. Over the last 20 years, Uganda has been progressively turning into a police and army state. Initially, after Museveni got into power, it was under the guise of liberation when army units were set up in every village and sub-county. Army soldiers were converted into men and women dressed in police uniform. The Inspector General of Police, General Kaihura, and his predecessor, General Katumba, are both army generals deployed into the police force. The members of the police that you see regularly in the streets, most of them are actually soldiers in a police uniform. Recently, General Kaihura defended the militarization of the police, and his boss, Dictator Museveni, also recently declared that he would deploy the army in every village to keep law and order. Currently, the Uganda police and army are not protecting the people, but terrorizing them with the numerous examples of extreme brutality to create a state of perpetual fear. For example, the ordinary citizens are no longer free to hold a meeting or gather without permission from the police. The complete disregard of the rule of law. For example, when the Black Mambas invaded the High Court and rearrested a man who had been released and set free by a High Court judge. Tear gas and suspected poisonous liquids are used against civilians with impunity. Police dogs and Chiboko squads are deployed to instill perpetual fear among the populace. The Chiboko squads, for those who are not familiar, these are men carrying heavy sticks who are specially trained to beat civilians savagely, especially on the head, the knees, and the ankles, in order to disable them. These brutal men beat up people as if they're beating animals, or even worse. As if this was not enough, live bullets are regularly used against the civilians, with many seriously injured and some killed. The media have been severely restricted on what they can and cannot broadcast. The deliberate banning of schools and markets at will, especially in opposition strongholds. The banning of the royal tombs at Kasubi. The abduction of children. The deployment of iron bar men who invade homes and kill people by beating them on the head with iron bars. Shooting of civilians at will. For example, the case of baby Juliana Narwanga, who was shot in the head right inside her parents' house. Neither the baby nor the parents were armed, and they were not part of a demonstration. Many innocent civilians have been imprisoned in torture chambers, ironically called safe houses, where they are tortured and brutalized to the extreme. On many occasions, Makerere University female students have been beaten and sexually assaulted by Museveni's soldiers and Kaihura's police force. Their personal effects and other valuables have been stolen. Lastly, all of you know the deliberate mass murders in the Ruelo and the northern region. This will be a full topic on its own in another broadcast. However, the question is this the type of Uganda that you want? Is this the type of Uganda you want your children and grandchildren to grow up in? If the answer is no, then this is the time to make a change before it is too late. Dictator Museveni and his murderous regime must go. I'd like to appeal to all of you that love Uganda, whether Ugandans or not, to join me in this noble cause. God bless you all.